Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is season 1, episode 5 of An Englishman Abroad, where we are currently out in Indonesia managing Sulut United. In today's episode, it's all about the second phase of Liga 2, where as you can see we are currently in a group with PSBS, Badak Lampung and Cilegon United. So those three are going to be today's fixtures. Coming to the end of the season, we've been in a good run of form. Lots of wins on there. The only downside to it was we got knocked out in the Indonesian Cup at the 4th round stage. Very disappointing away game where we lost 2-0 and then won the home leg 1-0 in quite dramatic fashion. There was loads of chances at the end of the second half, but couldn't get a goal before extra time. Before full time to force extra time. So got knocked out. Not a problem really, it means we get to concentrate on the league and getting promoted at the first time of asking. So then, nothing really new other than that. We're going to push on in and play those games. Okay, so the first game is going to be against Badak Lampung. This is the lineup we are going to go with. So we've got Darmawan in goal, Polly, Adipawa and Tata at the back, Runtalolo on the left, Busari on the right, Lassut and Pamana in the middle, with Noprahanis playing just behind Kafi and Moran. Hopefully, we're going to kick off with the 3 points to start us in the second phase and push us towards that promotion. Okay, so we are off and running for the second phase of the Liga 2 campaign. We have started off quietly, not having a lot of possession and nothing worthy of a highlight yet. Fingers crossed we can be asserting ourselves soon, because we really want to be pushing on and getting promotion from this league at the first time of asking. We have come into the game in good form, so I'm not too sure why nothing's happening yet, but we have a corner now that's dealt with quite easily by Badak Lampung. Noprahanis gets the ball as it's headed away, and if he can swing this ball in, instead he lays it back to Busari. So Lassut, now we're knocking it around. Pamana plays it out to Runtalolo. He crosses it into Moran. And there's the pass to Noprahanis, who puts it wide. For a second there, I thought the ball had actually gone in, and then I realised that it had actually gone wide. So, from the one highlight we have had, having a decent amount of good passes and good touches in the final third of the pitch. And there's Moran. Whilst I'm talking about having good touches in the final third of the pitch, Moran scores with a header up and over the goalkeeper to give us the lead. And that's a big goal to start us off in this push for promotion. So Lassut with a clever ball up and over the top. Moran with the header. Goalkeeper goes up, can't get the ball. And that's a great way to be scoring so late in the second half. Hopefully going. We might have a chance here for a second as Moran's in on goal. And we have got a second, and that could be the killer blow just before half time, getting both of our goals. It's always a good time. Just when you think that the opposition are going to get in and try and regroup, kind of kill them off with that second goal. Don't know what the goalkeeper's doing there. He's dived about 3 hours late, and all of our fans behind the goal have had something to cheer. So, don't think there's any need to change anything. We've got one player on a booking, but nothing of concern. So I think we're just going to carry on in the second half as normal. Got some defending to do here. They're playing the ball around. And then it's cut out onto Lolo, who plays the ball over the top. It's knocked on, and Moran's in for a hat-trick. Goalkeeper thwarts him this time, though. Would have been nice to have got that third goal just to put the game to bed. Now got a throw in. Got somebody saying the yellow card is in danger, but we're going to leave that. Pamana's got the ball. Lassut with the ball over the top. Runtalolo's just going to keep it in. Drags it back from the corner flag almost, and the shot gets blocked in the box, but we're still on the attack. Busari plays it through to Moran. He's had another attempt at a hat-trick, and we have a corner kick from that shot. Pamana's going to swing it in. Nothing doing really. Gets headed away, and the ball is picked up by Badak Lampung in the middle of the field. They try to launch a counter-attack, and then it's out for a throw-in. So at this point, we're going to have a look. We're going to make one substitution. One pre-arranged transfer we did have was Donna Putra. I should have showed him really before the game. He's a decent striker who was scoring a lot of goals for one of our rivals, so we've poached him. So I'm going to bring him on, and who is got the booking. So we've got nobody really to replace the centre-back on the bench, so we're just going to leave it as that. And just have a pair of fresh legs up front to try and help us kill the game off. So a long ball from the goalkeepers, dealt with by the defence. It's played up and over, but it's intercepted. And then it was a good tackle, but they get the ball back, and then it's just lumped forwards. Unfortunately, the play isn't too pretty always when you're playing these kinds of teams in these kinds of divisions. What a save that is by Darmawan. That's a brilliant save down to his left. The man got left in behind one-on-one, and the goalkeeper bailed us out there. So, yeah, sometimes the football's not pretty when you're playing in these divisions, but I think we've got a tactic that doesn't really leave us too exposed. However, he's now just going to run through us, isn't he? Yeah, run straight through us, and Darmawan deals with the shot. Yeah, luckily for us, we have one of the better goalkeepers in the league, and this system of football does suit us. There we almost had a third, as Moran, I think it was, at the back post, had a header. This time the goalkeeper's dealt with that, so really just like to be winding the clock down at this point. We are going to go back on the attack though with Moran in behind. He's hit the post now. How unlucky. He should have a hat-trick. He should have had 3 or 4, but not to be sometimes. But instead of running the clock down, we're on the front foot. Ball straight over the top, goes to the goalkeeper. And he launches it back forward. It's dealt with by the defence, but only to the halfway line. Now, ball over the top has beaten us, and we have managed to give a glimmer of hope to Badak Lampung by letting them score in the 87th minute. And now it's all about defending and seeing this game out. There's another goal kick here. Goes up in the air. And now it's going to be played out wide. Somebody needs to make a tackle. They're in behind again, and they have equalised in the 93rd minute of the game, and that is a disappointing collapse. We were well in control. That's really disappointing to see. We just threw that away, basically. Dominated the game in terms of the chances. Not in terms of possession, but it's still disappointing when you have a 2-goal lead. You think you're going to go on and win the game, and we didn't put them away, and we've let them back in. So where that leaves us going forwards, I'm not too sure, but we're going to move on to the next game, and we've got to get 3 points in the next one. Okay, so after last time out, it's disappointing collapse. Here's the second game against Silagon United. The lineup we're going to go with is Darmawan in goal, Polly, Adipawa and Tata at the back, Runtololo, Busari on the right, Lasut Pamala in the middle, Zola in behind, Maran and Saputra. So a few changes there. Fingers crossed we're going to go and get those 3 points that we so desperately need. Okay, so off and running in the next game in this second phase of the Liga 2. Looking for a positive result, however we can get it here. And Lasut is looking to start us off early. And I thought we'd scored there. Moran has bent the ball just past the far post. For a second, when it started to come back, I thought, oh, we've got a chance here. But no, unfortunately not. Shot off target. We now have another throw-in. Runtololo tries to play it into the box, but gets headed away. He's picked it back up and running towards goal. He's been allowed to have a shot from distance, which didn't go too far wide. But still, no shot on target registered in the first 26 minutes of the game. It's a little bit disappointing. We really do need to be picking up here because we're allowing the opposition to have all the possession. We're not hitting the target with anything that we're throwing at them. And now we've got a corner to defend. Do well. And Saputra's got the ball near the halfway line. He's turned, played in Zola. If he looks up, he's got a man in the middle. Tries to find Moran, hits the goalkeeper, comes back to him, and Althar Moran gets his 3rd goal of the episode. Zola here could have probably played the ball a little sooner, but with the ball he does deliver. Moran gets a good contact on the header. The goalkeeper nearly carries it over the line. Moran's the quickest to follow up, put it into the empty net, and we finally have the lead. And again, we've scored just before half-time. That's a trait of this team, it seems. We're going to have another chance here as Busari gets into the box. It comes to Zola. He's hit the crossbar. Probably easier to score. He's leant back and just smashed it against the bar. And it's those kinds of chances that we saw go begging in the first game that cost us dear when we hit the post and couldn't get the 3rd goal. And it seems here that it might cost us, and it does. If we would have took a 2-0 lead there, almost certain that wouldn't have happened. And instead we have conceded an equaliser just before half-time. Really disappointing to get opened up. Whoever it was who played the through ball to the striker just carved us open. And now it looks like we're going to be on the back foot. However, a great piece of defending there. And all of a sudden, Morani's in on goal and he can't beat the goalkeeper. It's really frustrating that we're having the chances. And it looks like PSBS aren't playing or certainly aren't winning. No, they aren't playing because they've only played one game. We've played two now. So it's vital that we turn this up here. Try and get anything that we can in terms of a goal. But we're giving the ball away. Pick it back up in the middle of the park and a ball out wide. Basari's going to cross it in. Moran lays it off and Saputra's hit it straight at the goalkeeper. I think we're going to make a change up front. I'm going to see if Kafi can come on and maybe help out. And then Noprahanis. I'm going to try taking off Pamana. Put on Noprahanis in the middle of the park and see if we can't get a bit of creativity going. Because this is another game where we've had 20 shots and just can't seem to break them down. But Basari's run into the penalty area, lays it off to Kafi, and he's hit it first time into the roof of the net. And the substitutions there make an instant impact. Basari sells the player a dummy, cuts inside, and I think that might have been a shot. I'm not 100% sure, but it ended up at the foot of Kafi. He smashed it into the roof of the net. Goalkeeper can't get there, and we take a 2-1 lead, which is probably what we deserve. However, I've got defending to do, and there's the curse of the commentator. Just as you're celebrating, going back in front, the corner's not dealt with, and we're back on level pegging, and I'm not too sure what else we can do. We've got a few players on the bench who are tired. Just going to go very attacking for the last 5 minutes of the game and see if we can't do anything. Got a throw in here. Noprahanis to Basari. He's into the box. He's had a shot. Goes straight at the goalkeeper. And that is a disappointing way to end the second game. And it's now looking difficult for us. It's looking very difficult for us. I'm not even sure if we need to win this group or not. But 2 draws from 2 games is not good. And if the other team, PSBS, end up winning their game, we'll be a long way behind. And if we do need to win the group, it's looking almost impossible. So we're going to move on and see if we can't pick up a win and stop these disappointing draws. Okay, so the third game of this phase of the Liga 2 is against PSBS. This is a game that we need to win. I had a little look at the rules of this phase of the competition. It looks like the top 2 from each will go into a semi-final, then a final, and then ultimately into promotion. So we are currently sat second on 2 points behind PSBS. So if we beat them, we move on to 5 points. They stay on 6. So that should take both of us through. So all we can do is win our game and see what happens. So we've got Dharmawan, Polly, Adipara, Tata, Runtalolo, Basari, Lasut, Pamana, Zola, Kafi, and Moran that are going to have to go and get us 3 points today. Otherwise, it's another season in Liga 2. So we are off and running. Again, as I keep saying, this is a must-win game. As you can see by the league table there, it's looking quite tight. We've got a corner early on, and how's that not gone in? The corner was headed back towards goal. Didn't see who got the header, but it's hit the inside of the post. And according to that, in the first 13 minutes of the game, he'd already had 7 shots. So clearly, the front 2 need to get their goal-scoring boots on. I mean, Marwan, or Moran even, we've got no problems with him because he's been scoring the goals, but we need some of the others to chip in. Kafi there having a shot that's pushed over the bar. And we've scored from a corner as Daniel Tata, just as I was saying, other people need to chip in. Pamana with a corner. Tata rises at the back post. Beats his man. Goalkeeper's doing a bit of a Schmeichel star jump. Not too sure why, considering the ball's going up and over him. And we've taken a lead in this game, which is vital because now it says that they are on 6 points. We are on 5 points. And I believe that is enough for us to be in the next phase. However, that's not good news as we concede almost an instant equaliser, as has been the theme in most of these games. Go up and score at one end, ball straight up the top and concede at other. So even though we're dominating the game, that was their first shot on target. Pretty disappointing. And then Lollujo at the back post there should have scored. Really need to be taking these chances. Not too sure what is going on. As now we've got defending to do. And simple pass played in. Shot goes up and over the bar. And there's a goal kick. PSBS really aren't looking threatening at all. But then they keep popping up with these attacks. And a draw here is not good enough, I don't think. Certainly if we get through with 3 draws, and looking at the table there, Silicon United are in the lead, so no, it wouldn't be enough. However, luckily, Zola has just scored from a long throw-in that doesn't get dealt with in the box. So Runtalolo to Cafe, it gets knocked on, and as the ball bounces down, Zola is there to just smash it into the net. And now we need to just be secure at the back and not go and do what we did last time and concede a silly equaliser. So a throw-in gets the ball to Basari. He's running down the right, he's crossed it in. It's dealt with by the defenders. And then a ball away, fell to the feet of Zola. He plays it to nobody. And Lasut out to Basari. He's going to cross it in. And there was the chance. Caffey's just had a chance. He hit straight at the goalkeeper, either side of him. And we score to go 3-1 up. Instead, now we're having to defend. But luckily, there's a ball that's played in behind. Caffey's in the box. Hits it straight at the defender. Moran picks it up. Basari. And there's lucky Pomana. Hopefully, that is the lucky goal. That is going to get us through to the next phase. Because if we blow another 2-goal lead in this episode, I'll really, really be disappointed and start questioning the players. Did he just do a Rabona for an assist? I think Basari there just did a Rabona for an assist. That is audacious. The league we're in, players shouldn't be attempting that kind of thing. But, hey-ho, if he gets us goals, he can carry on doing it. So we've got another throw-in. Ball's dealt with by the defenders quite well, but it comes to Basari. Tata with the ball up and over the top, gets cut out. And Lasut down the line to Caffey, keeps it in quite well. And then it's played back to Lasut. Caffey crosses it in. It's dealt with by the defenders. And then we get a penalty. And I don't even think I've ever seen Basari take a penalty before. Let's see what happens. And that's why I've never seen Basari take a penalty before. And he will never take one ever again. Disappointing that we're not 4-1 up there. But luckily, there's a free kick that's just lumped. No team want the ball at the moment, but Zola's now on the attack. Goes into the box. Ball's cut back. Lasut plays it to Pomana. And there's a screamer from Basari. And he needed that. That is one way to make up for a terrible penalty. And this is the kind of team, or kind of form from the team that we've been seeing towards the end of the season. I don't know where it went to in the last 2 games, but to be 4-1 up all of a sudden in this game is something that we needed badly. And we're still going to be on the attack. Caffey's got the ball, plays it out to Pomana. He's had a shot from distance. That wasn't far wide at all. I think we're going to take off Lasut for Remer. Give him a little bit of a rest. Saputra can come on for Caffey. And I think we're going to bring on Kagoya in place of Runtalolo, just to keep some legs fresh if we do make the next phase. So Kagoya with a throw-in, Remer with a cross, it's cut out, and then Wackham's just absolutely obliterated our defence. Just ran around the corner. Defender couldn't go with him. He's in on the box, or in on the goalkeeper in the box. Absolute free shot. Just terrible defending. But luckily, and there we go again. The assistance flags up. Before I can even celebrate the goal, Solo had a header with the ball in the net, and it's ruled out for offside. But that's going to count. That's the way to do it. If you get a goal disallowed, get the ball in the middle of the park. Goalkeeper scrambling back to his goal. But Zola just has no other plan in his mind other than to just whack it as hard as he can. It goes in off the post. And surely that is 3 points in the bag. 5-2 up with a couple of minutes left on the clock. If we mess this up now, I'll be so disappointed. 4 minutes of added on time. We're having 31 shots in this game, only 11 on target. We are absolutely dominating. And luckily we get the 3 points that we need, which should safely see us through to the next phase. And we've suddenly gone from favourites to outsiders, I think, with the way we've performed in these games. But still, let's have a look at the schedule and see what is happening next. So yes, we are through to the next phase where we will play Semen Padang FC. And they have a 77,000 capacity stadium. That's crazy, but yeah, so we'll play them in the next round, and then we will meet either Percy Jab or PSBS in the final. And with our good run of form, I would hope that we can go on and win these next 2 games and secure our place back in the top flight. So that will come in the next episode. If you've enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like and thumbs up button, just to let us know that we're doing a good job, you're enjoying the series, and that you're enjoying our time out in Indonesia. Any comments you have, leave them in the box down below. I'll try and get back to as many of you as I can. But until the next episode, thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I will see you soon.